I would like to link to Slavomir's and Roger's speeches, mainly from the point of view of the development of specific hockey power with focus to the deep stability spinal system or power core. The analysis of sport performance. In the introduction, I would like to mind how I see the sport performance. In my opinion, the sport performance is a result of many factors which can be divided into three categories. Cellulitis bodies, non-physical energy, and state of minds. Cellulite body, this is everything substantial and material about our body. State of our minds is the player's thoughts and the moment of the game, and non-physiology energy that are not known to physiology yet. And here is for me sport performance. Cellulite body. The problems of the DSSS are included in the category of the development of the cellulite body. What is DSSS? Please, Roger. It is true that in the training we mainly focus on the work of the upper and lower segments of the body with an emphasis on the work of the upper and lower limbs. The place where both segments meet and where they should have a pillar for their work is being often underestimated, not trained enough and overlooked. This leads not only to the decrease of the sport performance, but also to some health problems of the players. Disorder or disbalance of DSSS. It is well known that the ice hockey players often suffer from pain in the area of the individual spine bone segments and in the area of the adductors of lower limb. In most cases, it is the result of the muscular disbalance directly in this part of our body in the area of DSSS. The harmonic development and reinforcement do not only have preventive and health meanings, but they also play an important role during the development of the player's difference and his stability. Before the video presentation, I would like to point out that in training it is important to focus on development of DSSS, and I use it with some movements to break the movements chain and building the power of players. Regarding the movements chain, this is very important for me. Ice hockey is a game where it is necessary to break the kinetic chain on which the work of the lower and upper segments of the body is being dependent. That is why we say that ice hockey is not athletic, where the coordination of the whole body is necessary in order to achieve a movement and a result of such movement. On the other hand, in ice hockey we need to break this movement chain in our players, and we need to do this in a way that the upper part of our body would be able to walk absolutely separately from the lower part. The speed of skating must not be dependent on the work of the upper segment of our body and vice versa. The place where these segments are meeting, respectively, where they have their stabilization point, is exactly the part of DSSS. And talking about stability, Ice hockey is a game played on the most unstable surface on which any sport is being done. The players are moving on only 2 square centimeters, and in addition to that on an ice surface. dsst is an area that supports the stability for you players. This is only a small part of this whole dsst issue.
So you have to touch the ground just for a very, very short period of time. So we are showing you the progression drill. It's very simple stuff to start with. Guys are going just a simple way, forward, sideways. And as we said, it's a progression. It's getting more and more difficult for the players. One practice, let's say in the morning, it's 400, 450 jumps a player. It's not that important how tall that obstacle is, but the speed of it and just barely touching the ground when you're in that fireplace point. Then you can vary the height of the obstacles. And on this video, you see these guys have done it. It was like their first practice. It was the first time they've done it last year. You can see that it's from the coordination point of view, it's getting more and more difficult. And when we are talking about their breaking out that chain of the movement, we are really paying attention to the legs, and which is the lower body and upper body are working separately. That's the goalie. See, this is important drill. Like you know, if you reflect it back to the ice. Now we are talking. There's just the upper body is very still. And just the lower body is working. And you see that nice deep bend. Marianne forces them to have the really good deep knee bend. And the upper body is still. So just the part from the, you know, belly button is working all the way down.
Principem toho je, aby při práci spodního segmentu těla vrchní segment dělal něco jiného neboli nenapomáhal.
Yeah, so the principle of it to block out the upper body. So just you're not helping with your upper body to make it easier for you. So the entire load is only on the lower body. You have some relay races, and the lucky guy on top is always the goalie. See the goalie? It's very important that it's not only forward and backward, but we always make sure there is a sideway jumping. Obviously, there's a lot of tons of different variation of it, but we just wanted to show you more exercises just to get more deeper picture of what we do in the summertime with them. Mika Renberg. And in this example, you can see the guys 18 years old or 34 years old, they enjoy it all. So that was the jumping, but we have like 4 different areas. And we use a lot of medicine balls and medicine balls. So look at, again, the legs. There they have like a deep squat. We always force them to be down deep. We remind them all the time, have your hockey legs. It's just like and having the nice deep squat. The guy on the left side, it's Pekka Saravo. He's with his Finnish national team here. That's him. And also we have the entire, like a segment, all different drills with the medicine balls. Just not to make this presentation too long, we just wanted to show you just a few of them. So this is the third option. Marian's using a lot of stuff with those plates. Again, if you looked at Ovechkin's clip, when with his deep knee bent, this is the same idea. It looks easy, but the plate becomes heavier and heavier, I guarantee you. Those plates are, the weight varies in between 10 and 15 kilos, about 25 pounds. Again, that the lower body has to be really low, and just the upper body is working. So the lower body has to be really fixed. So you shouldn't, by swinging your lower body, you shouldn't help your upper body to make it easier. And you shouldn't go in like a bowl. Bowls, it has to be straight line sideways, straight line. You cannot go up and down, like on the semicircle. You must just go on the lateral movement. If you would just cut off the half of their body, that only the upper body is working here. Now there's some resistance, so it's an isometric drill exercise. It's rather heavy. Again, if you look at now Marian's pointing at it, it's like a belly button has to be on the same height all the time. It cannot be pumping up and down. He has to keep the same lower body level all the time. This is another part with the weights, free weights, dumbbells. And when he was talking about the breaking up the chain of the movement, it's not just lower and upper body, but it's also left and right side of your body. Now you see he's changing the motion and the different variations from left to right side. He's rotating, hockey legs here. This is Niklas Wallin from Carolina. And see now that he's working left side and right side and trying to add some rotations. Yeah. And then we wrap it up with some, even off the ice, we play a lot of games. Try to play a lot of 4-on-4s, 3-on-3s. With intensity, you see those sport testers, those heart rate monitors, some guys have that, and I guarantee you the intensity is as high as if these guys were running. And we believe that with this one, we develop more skills and conditioning and smartness at the same time.